My name is Derek Simpson. I'm the Executive Director of the Long Beach Community Action Partnership. The California Endowment, they chose the LAMP program to say, look, in Long Beach, there is a need for stronger black male leadership, the leadership of young men of color. We need to help you, Derek, do something with the teens to try to do something special.
We are kicking off our summer program with the California Endowment, where you guys will be going through leadership training to increase the health outcomes in your community and prevent violence.
So today's workshop is going to be about advocacy, understanding how to impact health policy. In particular, we want you to think about issues in your neighborhood. Over the course of these 2 days, we're going to cover this whole graphic that you see here. We're calling it the advocacy world. It's one model that's used to understand how advocacy is done. Okay, who would want to work in a group to talk about decreasing the violence in your neighborhoods? Let me just give you an example to illustrate, and then I'll have you brainstorm about what your particular one policy is within your big, broad issue that you're going to deal with today. Okay, so for example, if your problem is that the neighborhood park is not safe to play in, that's the problem. Kids can't go out and play. There's stray dogs running around, there's drug needles everywhere. It's just not safe for anybody there. What is the outline of your presentation? Step by step, what are you going to do? So when you go there, you might decide that you want to have some people tell a story about their situation. You might decide that you're going to show a video. You might want to give them some data report. So step by step, what are you going to do in your meeting? That's what they mean by what is the structure of your meeting, and then what order are you going to go in. So Rakeem is the state superintendent. This group is proposing to him a program for mentoring programs. Okay, so the meeting's going to begin now.
We had to talk through of selling weapons, use of drugs, and selling them drugs. Make sure these kids could stay out the streets and have a mentor everywhere they go.
We're asking for your funding to start a couple homes for these underprivileged kids, and you know, one of the arguments, you guys might think it's a waste of money, but in our eyes, we see this community will help save lives, open space for kids to come and eat, or out there hungry. Myself, as a former gang member, I have done a lot of wrongdoing in my time, hurt people. I changed my life over, and it's just not right anymore. I want to see people. I don't want to see lives taken away for no reason. I don't want to see people taking other people for granted. And that's a couple of reasons why I think we should start mentoring programs, just to basically just help people out there that are struggling or having a hard time.
So from what I see, you guys just want to start a funding program to keep kids off the street, stop gang violence, and so you can just teach doing the right thing, like be a better mentor than obviously what they have right now.
Hello, gentlemen. I am Tom Torlaxon. What are we calling this meeting for today?
We call this meeting to get funding for a program to teach kids how to prevent hate crimes and how it's wrong to hate others by their sex or anything in general.
We want to start a class for younger people of preventing hate crimes, right?
Sometimes you have to fail in order to succeed. I'm not telling all you have to do that, but you as individuals have to understand what you're up against today as young minority men. You're up against a tough road, but you know what? You can succeed. You must succeed. What's wrong with saying yes or no to save your life? You saw the kid on the bark. You have to understand, this is no game, and bullets don't have no name. So you guys really have to be very serious when you're out here in this world. Man, you guys, young kids are dying just as fast as old people. I'm an old individual, so if you get to be my age, you can tell me what old is.
Yellow person, green person, whatever you want to use, you think about it's hurting that person just like this is hurting us as a people. You think about if you are a leader, when you hear somebody say that, you got an obligation
out of respect to this brother who gave his life, not knowing that he was going to give his life, just for being a man that happened to be a young black man.
Mr. Simpson just telling us about, you know, the N-word and just the history behind it and how, you know, to view it from all aspects before we use the word. We should probably understand it more before we use it.
Hey, watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. So you gotta watch, first of all, what you're thinking. And your thoughts are impacted by the things that you surround yourself with, you guys. If you're constantly surrounding yourself with negativity, you can't help but talk about negativity.
Crime prevention really should be occurring in elementary school. That we should be engaging elementary school kids, because by middle school and high school, too late. How can a zip code be bad? It's just a zip code, you know? Right? Now, it may be, then what we need to do is describe the people in there. You know, otherwise, you know, you get a stereotype, like you guys are talking about people stereotyping people because of race.
What would you say your definition of success would be?
So my belief is that you do the best that you can out of the gate every time, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression.
Sustainable change occurs when you change your belief systems, not your actions. When you change your belief system, nobody has to tell you to do it. You do it because you know it's right. Does that make sense? So I want you to start thinking about sustainable change as it relates to health, and that's where Malcolm comes in.
You can say you can lose 25 pounds in 10 days. They got lemon diets, they got all these different diets. But if you do that diet, you'll lose that weight. But if you can't do something that's sustainable for the rest of your life, you'll gain that weight back, plus you'll gain back 20, 30, 40 pounds more. The only way you can have a healthy mind is by making healthy choices, healthy decisions. And the first decisions you make in the morning are for breakfast. All calories can be burned. We can burn all calories. We need all calories. But calories from raisins are much easier for your body to burn as opposed to calories from sugars and fats. Okay.
Toastmasters is an organization that is about communication skills and leadership skills.
To me, leadership is fighting for what you believe in, no matter who knocks you down or no matter who disagrees with you.
The person who inspires my life and who I am today is my father.
My identity has been tried for so many years, but sometimes you just gotta stop. Stare down fear and make you scared. But when God spoke to my mother's womb, He breathed on my soul. He called me perseverance. Born to persist, practice, and pursue. Tearing down all taboos that I am never enough. Challenged by opinions, always needing acceptance.
The person who inspires me, the person is my mother.
Escaping death many times. Like when I was 5, I went from watching the neighborhood guys making jump shots through basketball hoops to gunshots. Sitting on my front stoop. My best friend dying in front of my eyes. Got baptized by gang members who soon became like rabbis. I'm a dreamer. Dreaming to bring change. Exchanging my mistakes. Dreaming to bring peace. I'm a leader. Don't look at my past and don't label me. I was born to lead.
It's hard for me to open up, and especially from my upbringing.
It wasn't always this way. Happy childhood and good grades. Peer pressure led me astray, yet sometimes your heart leaks and you drift away. Conflicted, afflicted by love, left me addicted and my drugs. One drink after the other, but still no escaping from my thoughts.
When I was younger, I was never close to my mother. You know, the only thing she ever told me was to be good, do right, but if someone hit you, hit them right back.
I've been at war my whole life for freedom, but a beautiful land of Cambodia. My ancestors overcoming poverty and government corruption, going back thousands of years, still filled with landmines, from wars and parents' abuse, leaving too many scars. My mind been battered, whether to fight with my fists or to dismiss what I was taught. But deep in my heart, all I wanted was love, respect, and honor. For my burden's been heavy, From juvenile halls to county jails, too many violations tipping over scales.
World, there's no time to waste, hating on each other with words that they can't take. Too much struggles, people dying, I don't know why. War is not the answer, but unity brings us together.
Let's think before we speak, make friends, not enemies. Take a lesson from our past, a better future that will last. There's a need for peace in this world, and we need L for love between two hearts in one world. J is for joy that brings smiles into our lives. We gotta have peace, love.